you like the music in today's video? Be sure to check out Bullets and Bronze's YouTube channel for more.
Greetings, Pally and housing enthusiasts.
Welcome to today's video, where we will be going over how to perform the solo float method. Before we get to the examples, we'll need some supplies. To replicate the examples shown in today's tutorial, you will need one treasure chest, a homestead lamp, one makeshift trellis, a log cabin wall shelf, a replica hootsit, 5 Winterlights red presents. Now with the shopping list out of the way, let's hop to it. Tiny reminder that these are just examples, and you can use anything. Red present limitations excluded, of course. For the first example, we're going to try something simple, and it couldn't be easier. For starters, we're just going to place our chest right in front of us. And then we'll enter the editing mode by pressing Control. From there, it's just a matter of moving the item that will be our anchor, in this case our treasure chest, from point A to point B. But when we get to point B, instead of left clicking to finish the movement, we are going to press the number key where our items are, and we see that the treasure chest has now finished its movement. In all actuality, it hasn't actually moved, it's just primed for floating now. We will now just place our lamp on top. If we want, we can place a few lamps. We pick up the treasure chest and we can move it anywhere, and it'll throw the items off the exact distance that we moved the treasure chest. And it's that simple. And now moving on to our second example, doing something a tiny bit more complicated, which is floating something that requires the red present, which is kind of an eyesore, so it does need to get hidden, or we can just have it so far away from where it's actually going to be that it doesn't really matter where it is. So for starters, we are going to help get us some height with the log cabin wall shelf. And then we'll just eyeball with our replica hootsit, right like that. And now we can just move everything off of the shelf. And this is why we have the barrels in our inventory. Because now the red present is going to act as our anchor. Get up from point A, B, press number 5 where our barrels are, but this time we're just going to cancel out of our barrels because we don't want to place our barrels, and we're going to grab our hootsit. Rotate the hootsit. Finish placement, move down over, and there we go. Hootsit is now up on top of our trellis. This design idea was not my own. This is for someone in particular. You know who you are. I really hope you like it. And remember that you can place things on top of the red present because it's still a placeable surface. Alright, now that I've shown you the simple way and a bit more of a complicated way, now we'll answer the question, can you repeatedly float things? And the answer is a solid yes. Yes, you sure can, and I'll show you. I already have my bug containers lined up to be my guideposts, and I moved my red present from the one bug container to the other bug container just because I want to have a consistent spacing between all of my presents. You'll see why at the end. Here's where it's going to get a bit strange. For our second float, we are going to use our red present that is in our inventory slot 4. But we're not actually going to place it. We're going to cancel out of it. And we're going to place the assembly that's already placed. Move it from point A to point B. And press number 4. But now we cancel out of that. And we move our assembly from the ground on top of the red present. I do turn the grid off by pressing Z. I can get it perfectly center on the red present. And then we move the entire assembly to the ground. And then we just do the entire thing again, this time pressing number 5. And rinse, wash, repeat. And now we have 4 presents all in a row. And here's the reason why I wanted them equidistant. So I could have these bellflower runners on each present. And 1 bellflower rug. Alright, if you enjoyed the video, I found out something. Once a channel hits 1,000 subscribers, they can start having chapters in their videos. So, if you'd like to see chapters in my videos, be sure to hit that subscribe button. To better help the community, I'd like to start making tutorials specifically for the Switch. But before I can do that, I need to get my claws in something that can hook my Switch up to my computer. It's not super expensive, it's just not in my budget right now. To help with this, I've set up my first Ko-Fi goal. If you're able to donate, I'd super appreciate it. Please see the link in the description. Oh, and if you haven't already joined the unofficial Palia Housing Discord, it's the best place to learn about all things glitching. Not to mention, you can share your beautiful creations with everyone. Be sure to check out the link that's also in the description. A big thanks goes out to my testing pal Voidness for all help they gave me testing this glitch, and of course to Bullets and Bronze for the music. This has been a Tiny Dragon, working to make your Palia dreams a virtual reality, one tutorial at a time.